Hey guys, welcome back to another one. Today we'll be discussing something that I've seen a lot of chatter on over the recent years over the idea of long lining. Is it still a thing and is it still possible to do? First off, let's define long lining, as it is a very broad term and means different things to each person depending on variables such as number of traps or miles driven, etc. Long lining for our purposes would be considered something that you could still do after your normal 9 to 5 job, but would eat up all or almost all of your free time afterwards. For some, that could be a 50 trap trapline or a 500 trap trapline. Each depends on the person's circumstances. Let us know what you would define long lining down below. Now let's start off with the first question, if long liners still exist, and that would be yes, they do. A notable one that people would look up is Iowa Trapper on YouTube, which does an extensive line for raccoons. Besides him, there are many people on Trapperman forums that run them and also post threads for everyone to see their catches and day-to-day functions. If anyone is interested in the forum, it will be linked down below, as it is solely focused on all aspects of trapping and has thousands of good informational threads and active users every day. In these threads, some of them run 150-mile lines and some run in Alaska even. Each person defines them in different ways. Now, is long lining feasible for trappers to do? Yes, it is, but it's not easy and also depends on how much you are looking to make from this. Will you make millions? No, but you can make enough to cover your expenses, which include gas, traps, baits, lures, and repairs. And you might have some at the end to pay yourself for some of your time. Sadly, some of this can be dependent on your location and your surroundings. People who are trapping coyotes or wolves will be making more per pelt than a person trapping raccoons or muskrats, but you would need to try to make up in it for the number of pelts. People who live in rural areas will have access to land and connections and have a much easier time than people who live in urban areas, who will have to drive out into those areas and create those relationships, as it will also add to their expenses and take up valuable time. The other piece is what animals will you be going for and how many can you check in a night and get ready to sell. For example, in the most recent fur auction, North Central raccoons sold on average for $8.40 and 30% of them sold at this auction. So if you were to catch 1,000 raccoons, roughly 300 would have sold at this auction for a total of $2,520. Now, will other pelts sell? Yes, but it will take time, which could mean months or years that you could be waiting on your checks. Or you can sell them locally, which will give you an immediate check, but typically a cut in the price. But don't forget about the other pieces of the animal that you could be doing things with as well. You could sell the skulls for a few bucks, and also muskrats and beavers make good baits, which will do well in the field and make it where you don't have to buy commercial baits and lures, which will save you some money. Do your research on your area, conduct studies on how many you can catch and process, and you'll find out quickly if this is something that you enjoy enough and if it's plausible for you to do. If anyone has ideas that will help people decide, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and have more feedback is always better. If you guys enjoy this type of content, click that button and subscribe. It helps us out and lets us know what you like to see for content. And if you have any extra ideas, feel free to leave them down below as well. Thank you for watching.